Hello and welcome to WJTS Inform. Joining me in the studio is Nick Stevens, the Executive Director for the Huntingburg Chamber of Commerce. And we're having Nick in the studio because here it is March, but the next thing you know, it's going to be April, and there are so many events scheduled in the city of Huntingburg and associated with the Huntingburg Chamber that we're going to kind of set that so you know some dates. But before we get into that, let's talk about you are working to start the Main Street program again in Huntingburg.
Correct. Yeah, we are. Huntingburg was part of Main Street, or was in the initial stages of it back in I think 2006, and over the course of some things happening, it just kind of disappeared and fell off of people's radar map. So with that being said, we decided, with a lot of conversations amongst the chamber, amongst the city with Mayor Spinner, decided that, hey, I think the timing's right. We need to get back into the Main Street program. It's a wonderful organization. They provide a lot of different details to help these communities, the downtown settings in particular, grow and prosper. And for us, we're not doing it out of necessity. We're doing it as an ability to. We're doing a lot of it right now, but it's a way to just have an extra set of eyes, an extra set of ears, and a whole other group of another community of other members of Main Street to talk to. So we're in the initial stages. We have our steering committee who is working on finalizing a name. We've got a list of about 8 names that we've came up with, setting our mission statement, getting our bylaws, and then we'll be in place. But with that being said, we do have some other parts of the organization that we're working on, such as committees. One of the committees is our tourism committee. We're going to have a tourism committee, design committee, which will work on facades and other improvements. Economic development, which we kind of have that committee already in place, but we're always asking for anybody that would like to participate. Anybody that holds Huntingburg dear and near to their heart, this is a great opportunity. There's something for everybody. The organization is going to be big for us. We're really excited. The city's been a big partner with us. The merchants have came on board. The chamber's on board. Other people in the community outside of the normal group have joined forces and coming in to be part of it. It's not the typical Main Street that that everybody's normally thinking of, where it's just one street. For Huntingburg, with support of Dax Norton from USDA here in Indiana, we decided that we're going to go from First Street to the railroad tracks, which is right around 6th Street. We're going to encompass all that area on Main Street, and then go from Geiger to Van Buren, which will encompass that whole area. So it's a pretty wide square, which includes Memorial Gym, 4th Street, the Old Town Hall, down there the 1st Street by More for Less, Southridge Superintendent's Office, the old elementary school. So it's encompassing all that area and the residential area as well, just to try to do different things. And Habitat for Humanity is playing a role with us as well. So it's going to be a real big plan for us. I'm really excited about it.
Sounds exciting. Well, good luck with it. If somebody would like to volunteer and become part of the organization, what do they do?
Just call up to the chamber office, 683-5699, or shoot me an email at chamber@huntingburg-in.gov.
Okay, now, Huntingburg Chamber is very busy working on some events coming up in April. Let's talk about the events going on.
Got a lot of different events going on. I joked in a couple of meetings I've been at recently that Huntingburg owns the month of April, event-wise. The first weekend of April is the Daffodil Stroll, the 5th through the 7th. The Huntingburg Merchants Association has been putting that on for, I think, over 30 years. It's a great event. It's a wonderful time to think spring and to think about the daffodils and get you into that spirit of spring. You know, Easter's coming up right around the corner. This year it does fall, Easter falls before, but you can still get those spring flowers and all those things that you were thinking of to think spring. And Huntingburg is just a beautiful setting. All the pots are filled and look wonderful with the daffodils growing in them. So it's a beautiful weekend and a great time to come out and experience Huntingburg.
And let's hope the weather is just right for that.
I hope so.
But in April, you never really know.
I've got 3 outside events going on in the month of April on Saturdays, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I need the weather to be
just right.
And I'll take 2 out of the 3. I have my 2 that I have my preference. I'm not going to say,
okay.
But
let's just hope it rains during the week and nice on the weekend.
Exactly. That's truly what we need.
All right. Well, and then after the Daffodil Days, we have
the Huntingburg Kiwanis annual car show. This will be the 15th annual. It's on April 13th. which is Saturday, 8 to 4. Registration goes from 8 in the morning until noon, and then we'll have judging and we'll give awards around about 3:30. So it should be a great time. It's a great fundraiser for the Kiwanis. It's, you know, the Kiwanis does such a great job of going out and supporting our local youth, as well as supporting other things like Riley's. And so we want to come out. This is our big fundraiser. We'd love for everybody to come out, support us, sponsor, you know, help sponsor the event, as well as bring your cars out and come out and see the cars. And we always have a great time. Whether it's raining or sun shining, we seem to do pretty good with the car show. Last year, it didn't rain continuously, but it would rain like once every hour. And we still had 119 cars, and I was real excited about it.
And for that event, you're really looking for two people. You're looking for people to bring their cars and be part of the car show. Exactly. And then you're also looking for people, spectators, to go and enjoy the cars that are there.
Exactly. And it goes back to the whole setting like we talked about with the Daffodil Stroll. Downtown Huntingburg, 4th Street, is a beautiful setting in itself. Then you put these nice classic cars and antique cars with it, and it just takes you back. Mm-hmm. And it's so beautiful. The spectators that come out to enjoy the cars tell us how nice it is and how great it is to have this downtown. Our car vendors, I guess, participants, yeah.
Contestants.
There we go. I'm losing my mind here. Are really excited about coming downtown. They love. Normally anymore, you see these car shows and they're at a park, and they like that, but there's nothing to compare it to. And then when they're downtown, it has this beautiful backdrop and it just highlights everything.
Yeah, the facade of all those buildings just matches it just right.
Exactly.
And then there's a third event in April.
There's a third event.
Well, actually, there's two more events.
There's two more events.
Yeah.
On April 19th, we'll start our Garden Gate weekend, but as well, April 19th is the Chamber Annual Luncheon, which will be from 11:30 to 1 at the Huntingburg Event Center. We're extremely lucky this year that Lieutenant Governor Sue Ellspermann is going to be our guest speaker. It's going to be a great event. We encourage everybody to come out. It's $25 a person, or corporate tables are available, or tables of 8, $175. Or if you'd like to have a display table up leading up to it, because we're going to have a meet and greet from 11 to 11:30, that is $50. So anybody who would be interested, please contact the Chamber office at 683-5699. Deadline to enter is April 10th.
Okay, and this will be held at Town Hall?
Huntingburg Event Center. Huntingburg Event Center.
Why am I thinking the old Town Hall?
Well, we've done it there from time to time, and once you get over a certain amount of people, it's really a struggle. And when we did it the first year, I was with the Chamber, and it was pretty tight.
Yeah.
And having the event center is just a great highlight. And with the Jazz Festival going on the next day at the Old Town Hall, a lot of the roads are going to be, the Market Street's going to be closed, so parking would be a major issue.
It's a good sign. That means the Huntingburg Chamber is growing, and so is the annual
Exactly.
Luncheon. Okay, and that is April 19th.
April 19th.
And Lieutenant Governor Sue Ellspermann is speaking. For tickets, they should contact the Chamber.
Contact the Chamber office. I want to also say that April 19th is also the 30th anniversary of the Huntingburg Chambers Incorporation. So it was just perfect for us to be able to set this and have it on that date. And I'm real excited about that, and it's pretty cool to be able to say we're celebrating our 30th anniversary. So.
Okay, and then we get to the Jazz Fest, a new event, second annual.
Second annual, we get to the Jazz Fest on April 20th, which will be at the Old Town Hall there on Market Street. This year, we're going to have three bands performing. Poco Loco, they're out of Indianapolis. They're a great Latino band. Slammer Jazz, they're also out of Indianapolis. And then Wade Baker Collaboration is going to be back again. With that being said, also in between acts, the Jasper High School Jazz Band is going to perform. I heard them a couple weeks ago, and they just are awesome. And we are very lucky to have them coming to our event and playing in between the sets. The kids they're excited about it. We're excited about having them. It's great to be able to come in as a county and have everybody coming in and supporting an event whether it's located in Huntingburg or Jasper or Ferdinand, everybody's coming together to make this happen.
Well, and that Wade Baker last year was just awesome. He did a terrific
awesome
job. Yes,
yeah.
It's a great show, and it's jazz, so it's something a little different for the area, and it's an outdoor concert.
It's an outdoor concert, yeah.
Free?
It's free. We will also be having wine tasting, and they'll be selling wine. There's going to be craft beer again this year. When you come in, if you're going to be doing wine tasting or any of that, it's $5 for a wristband, which will get you for any wine tasting and any sampling of the beer. And then from there, if you want to purchase a beer, or if you'd like to purchase some wine, you can do so.
Okay.
It's going to be big. And we've added the arts to it as well. So we're going to have some art booths that are going to start from like 10 o'clock in the morning and running throughout the whole show. We're really making this one big festival that eventually will probably expand into a 2-day festival, I truly see.
Are you going to be able to fit everybody where you need to? I mean,
I think there's a lot of room. There's a lot more room there than what you realize. Mm-hmm. Last year we didn't anticipate as big as we were going to be, so we had really closed off what we expected. Mm-hmm. This year we've kind of broadened it out, and between using all the green space behind the old town hall and some of along the backside of 4th Street, we feel like we're going to be pretty good. I think we could hold 1,500 to 2,000 people in there with no problem. So,
okay. Well,
it's going to be good.
It's going to be a good month in Huntingburg.
It's going to be really good. We're excited about it, and I think the chamber and all of our other partners. I want to thank Du Bois County Tourism, VUJC. Jim McFall's been doing a great job with this. OFS. They're all working with us, the city of Huntingburg, so it's going to be a big event.
Well, we look forward to having you come back in April to talk about each of these specific events.
That's right. We'd love to.
All right. Our guest has been Nick Stevens. He's the Executive Director with the Huntingburg Chamber of Commerce. A lot going on in Huntingburg. You can call Nick, and he'll give you details on each of those events. This has been WJTS Inform. We are local people watching local people.